So when the Moffat Treaty was signed, Rhodes yet to look for three carefully chosen men. These men included, number one, Francis Thompson, also known as Matebele. He was familiar with the Nguni customs and he was in a position of speaking Ndebele. Francis Thompson also came with Rochford Maguire. Rochford Maguire was a lawyer. Rochford Maguire, a lawyer. He is the person who was responsible for the writing of the Rudd Concession. Number three, Charles Rudd. These men, as they were sent, we discovered that it took 5 weeks before they met Lobengula. Then after 5 weeks, we discovered that another trusted missionary, Charles Helm, accompanied these guys who were sent by Cecil John Rhodes to go and negotiate another agreement with Lobengula. So when they were accompanied by Charles Helm, this eventually resulted in the signing of the Rudd Concession in October 1888. The Rudd Concession consisted of verbal and written terms. These were the terms that were just spoken. Number one, not more than 10 men were going to come to Lobengula's kingdom. Number two, these men, when they came, they were going to surrender their guns, their ammunition to the king. Number three, these men were going to follow the Ndebele laws and culture. Number four, Rhodes was going to advertise in the newspapers telling other whites not to continue bothering Lobengula. The other terms were written down. Number one, Lobengula was promised to be given a gunboat that was going to be placed at Zambezi to avoid the infiltration of the Portuguese as they came using the Zambezi. Number two, Lobengula was promised to be given 1,000 rifles. Rifles are guns. He was also promised to be given 100,000 rounds of ammunition. He was also promised to be given 100 pounds a month. 100 pounds a month. When Lobengula was promised these things, we discovered that he granted the whites exclusive mineral rights and to do whatever they deemed necessary. It is, however, important to note that before Lobengula signed the Rudd Concession, he had to ask his indunas, Loche and Sikombo, whether he was supposed to sign the Rudd Concession. Loche and Sikombo, during this particular period of time, they were already bribed by Thompson. We see that after being assured by his indunas, Lobengula signed the Rudd Concession. So, what can we learn from the Rudd Concession? So, let's talk about the implications of the Rudd Concession. Lobengula was deceived. He was made to sign an agreement that he did not understand. When Lobengula signed this Rudd Concession, he thought that all the terms were contained in the actual document. We are talking about the verbal and the written terms. Not more than 10 men were going to come to Lobengula's kingdom. When the BSAC came in 1890, they came and they were about 200. So which means that not only 10 men were going to come, in fact many, as was seen by what took place in 1890. They promised that these whites, they were going to follow the Ndebele laws and customs. This is not what took place when the whites came in 1890. They did not consult the rulers in Mashonaland. They did not consult the rulers in Mashingo about what they were doing. They also promised that Lobengula was going to be given a gunboat on the written terms. It was it was not delivered at all. They also promised that Lobengula was going to be given 100 pounds a month. He was never given anything. So the signing of the Rad concession eventually contributed to the occupation of Zimbabwe. But however, there are some points that we should note. Number one, we are not supposed to blame Lobengula for the signing of the Rad concession. Why are we saying so? This was because Lobengula was illiterate. He never knew that his Indonas, Loche and Sikombo, were bribed by Thompson. The missionaries, he really trusted these missionaries, but little did he know that during this particular period, he was hated by these missionaries. The whites met in 1884-85 in Germany on the Berlin Conference, when they divided Africa into spheres of influence, and Zimbabwe was given to Britain. So it was only a matter of time when Britain occupied Zimbabwe.